Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ellen. We're doing some ink and wash. We haven't done the ink and wash in a while, having some fun. Look at that, a snowy window scene, super cute. I go over this step by step. Basically, we are drawing a window, simple windows. You guys can easily draw a window and a scratching tree. If you're a Patreon member, you get the line drawing, as well as the extra tutorial with the interior window. If you want to be a Patreon member, click the link in the description box below, and you can find all the information about it. It's where you support me here on YouTube, which I really appreciate. But without further ado, let's get started on this wonderful tutorial. Okay, so I'm using Fabriano's 100% cotton hot press paper. This is a 5x7 pad. I have my little outline sketch here. Like I said, Patreon members get the outline. And I love to use Sharpie fine point ultra. This is the permanent marker, the fine point for using ink and wash kind of scenario. I like to use the ink first and then wash in the watercolor afterwards. And you know, once you have like a nice drawing or whatever you're drawing, it's basically a window. You're just doing a rectangle and a little rectangle, how many panes you want, if you want to put shutters and not put shutters, all kinds of details like that. And then we have like a tree here, like a bush over here, and then a tree on the inside. Don't draw everything to a T. So what do I mean by that? So I'm going to be drawing out some of the panes here. And you see I'm kind of breaking the marker. I'm not going to, here's some snow over here. I'm not going to draw every single thing that you see here. So like for instance, for the tree, I'll just do like these little marks like this, these little squiggles, to indicate, you know, the nice pine needles or the needles of the tree. And they're just kind of little wiggles, little scratches like this, going down and leaving some to the imagination here, because we're going to be painting in some kind of snow. And here's a bush over here. Just go like that. Like I said, I don't draw everything. I like to go over the straight pen lines with freehanding, so it looks more like, you know, artistically sketched kind of design. I don't want this perfectly straight windows. In the beginning, of course, I'll draw them in with using rulers and whatnot, but then I'll go back in with my pen and I'll kind of draw this all back in. See, it's kind of wiggly and squiggly, and that's the way I like to do it because it looks a little bit more natural, like a real sketch would be. Then some, you know, perfect little drawing using a ruler. It feels like it has no life to it, in my opinion. You know, it's just kind of like, sterile. That's how I look at it. And I'll just go, if you have a hard time doing straight lines, kind of just turn your paper and go like that. I just find that works best if you're having a hard time. Smoother to go like this than to stand here and go like this. I don't know, I just feel like it's much easier to do it this way. It's my personal opinion and I'm sticking with it. But to each their own, because you might have a different scenario with your drawing skills and the way your hand works, etc. You know, maybe it's difficult to draw that way or not difficult. I don't know. Some people find certain things easier than others. See, you're getting it all in there. I'll put a little snow here. Let's do little lines in the shutters. I'll do a little snow here. And I'm not going to fill it all the way across. Just indicate those little lines really quickly. And once you've got it all drawn in, then you can erase your lovely little marks that you made. I'll add some architectural details right there. And there's going to be a tree inside. So again, just these little scratch marks for a tree that would go inside. And you can draw some ornaments on there or just paint them. Get creative. You could draw something in the window, Whatever you want to draw in the window. Or don't even put a tree in the window. Think about what you would put. If it's more difficult to paint something like this in the window, just leave the windows blank and put the yellow color we're going to put in to indicate, the light is on inside. So once I finish all that, I give it a few minutes. I take my kneaded eraser and I erase all of my pencil marks. Got to give it a few minutes because even though it's a permanent marker, if it's still wet and you go like this, it will make a bleed and you won't like that. So I'm going to give it a few minutes and do the eraser and start painting. Another thing I didn't think of is I could have added siding to this, which I didn't do. I might do. I don't know. If you're going to add siding, then you would take like a ruler. I love this clear rulers. And you can think about adding siding. But I might not because I think I want to add some snow. So we'd go down with lines going across. All right, let's work on the snow. And by the way, you could put siding or brick on the house. I left that blank so you guys can figure out for yourself if you want to do siding, whatever color you want to put on the house. I'm just going to start off with the snow. I'm just going to take some ultramarine blue deep and loosen it up with some water. I'm using a number 10 Velvet Touch series from Princeton. Always the supplies are listed in the description box. And I always have a paper towel close by. I like to tap off excess. And we're just going to go in and put a little color where the snow is, the blue. I can leave it mostly white, but put a little color. See? Just a little bit of blue goes a long way. And you can add some blue like this, like a snowbank. See, I'm kind of just going like this. Again, putting like little blue highlights where the white would be, and then we're going to go in and put the green on there. Same thing here. I'm just going to add a little blue. Goes really quickly, by the way. Holding it on its side, just kind of go like this. Blue snow, wiggle. There. A snowbank. So most of the house is covered in snow. And the blue is indicating the shadows from the snow. Just going to put this over here. Okay, and then add a little blue on the snow that's on the little shutters. Now, you can make the shutters Christmas color or not. Red or green shutters. Red shutters are cute. Green shutters are cute. Since I'm going to have some green down here in the trees, I'm going to make that shutter red. Just adding a little hint of blue in my snow. Now here I kind of messed up. I wanted to have snow going across. So I kind of drew that, and I think I'll put like a, I don't know, I might have to use some gouache or something to white it out. It happens to the best of us. But you play around with that for yourself. Okay, remove that blue. So for red shutters, I love this color called Pyrol Rubin. It's like the perfect red. But if it's too deep, I'll just grab a little bit of this cadmium red light and I mix it in here. And that's like the perfect red. Excess I put on here. And again, we're just gonna go in here and just fill in. I love hot press. You see how the paint just glides on the paper? And you don't have to paint every little thing. See, I'm just going like this real quickly. Leaving some white in there. This is a kind of a stylized way of painting. You don't have to fill in every nook and cranny you see. I'm saying the same thing with drawing. Leave a little. Don't have to fill everything you see. So I'm just going to go in here real quick. Leaving some of that. Boom. Look how fast that goes. It's pretty fast. I mean, if you want to add some red down here, some green, go right ahead. For my greens, I always mix them. I just find it's much better. Cadmium yellow deep and Prussian blue. And get like a nice medium green. The more yellow, the more lighter green. See, like here. The more blue, deeper green. And then I add little burnt umber to tone that green blue color down to more of a evergreen color. So grab these colors, different kinds of greens, and that would be for the tree here. And you can just kind of go like this where those little spikes are, It's just to indicate where the green should go. Because remember, it's buried in the snow. And we just need a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. Doesn't it? Wiggle, wiggle. You don't have to show everything. I love this kind of technique with ink and wash. It's just a little bit, kind of retro kind of looking too. And we're just showing a little bit of green because it's covered in the snow, and get some dark green. See? Tap in a little bit of dark green. I'm going fast, by the way. It really helps a lot. You can have some spikes just coming up here like that. And little ones. Woohoo! And go like that. Look how cute. Right? And of course, mix the greens up, and we've got our tree in here. Now, if you want to put ornaments on them, maybe you want to do that early on. So, multi-colors, any kind of colors you want. Of course, red. We had the 2 red colors. You can put little red ornaments, just little dots. Make ornament shapes. You can put pink or yellow, blue. This is this cerulean blue. Maybe I'll put like a funky shape in here. Or multicolors, you can put just dots. Grab some yellow. Could be a very pretty colorful tree. Pink. Get my pink over here. I've lost my pink. My pink turned out to be very, very dirty, so I'm going to go back and clean it up. Here we go. Put pretty pink in here. You can do purple too. A little bit of color. I got a bunch of colors happening there. Just little dots, really. And then I'm going to go back in with my greens and fill that in. Going to wait till some of the reds dry though, because it'll be muddy, and just be a little careful. If you have to use a small brush, use a smaller brush. And just go in here and fill in those little colors. And little marks for an evergreen tree. Put a star up there, an angel, whatever you want to put up top. Get creative. Draw over the snow you see in the window. And you want to kind of go in and fill in, like here, the window. See, so you can see the window pane. It's like negative painting. You do want to fill this in. Get my dark color so it shows up better with the white snow on the bottom. Just filling in so you can see the window pane and all the lovely colors of the tree. Just take a few minutes for this. You might want to wait till your ornaments, the colors dry, unlike what I did. And I got a little yellow on my window pane. You just take your brush and lift with clean water. Remove that. It's like it never happened. Right? And just fill all that in. I like to use a variety of greens, so I'm going to go back in and get some nice light green in here. What's going on in my window pane? Stop. And coming out here. All right. Now you can see the Christmas tree. Isn't that cute? So the rest of the room, just move that. I'm going to make like yellow windows. And I will use cadmium yellow deep. Maybe a touch of burnt umber. I don't want it so yellowy. There we go. It's more of a muted yellow. Tap excess water here. And we're just going to fill in. Because remember, the light is on inside. And it's cold and chilly outside. right? Get a little more color in here, deeper yellow. Okay, now you have to decide, it looks so plain, I want to add color to maybe the house pane is brown, it could be white. I'm going to add some brown. I've got burnt umber, or you can make whatever you want, because maybe most of the panes would be actually white. Everyone has a white house. It's up to you. So now I want some emphasis on the house because it seems kind of boring. I'm going to grab some ultramarine blue deep and burnt sienna, make it a gray. And I'm going to make some of these colors deeper too. And add a little more blue, bluish gray. So the house can be gray in the background. Just kind of filling this in around. I might have to turn my just need some color back here. Right? Even around the shutters. I just felt like it was lacking some kind of color. And I can make it more on the bluish side. And adding a little deep color will highlight the snow on the trees. Right? Now it kind of stands out more. Like you didn't need to draw it in. You just kind of wash in some nice color. A little blue. We could add snow. Now I'm going to take the same blue. I'm going to go in between the shutter here. Can add a little bit more blue, a little bit more brown. Just some kind of like highlight on the window pane. On the bottom. Maybe more. Like this. It just needs a little something. You see? I might grab more on the brown tone, water it down, kind of fill under here. It just looked like it was lacking some kind of depth, in my opinion. Now, my red is really flat. I'm going to go back and grab that pyrol and the other red combination, the cadmium red light. Another little pass of this. We'll get it deeper. It's pretty light the first pass, and now we're going to get in here and get it a little bit darker. Again, many layers. It's pretty quick once you get the drawing done. And then just add another pass. Same thing with the greens too. But really, this isn't taking much time at all, and it's really kind of cute, right? Yeah, you do yellow, Prussian blue, get these greens. And I'm going to switch my brush. I'm going to get some little liner brush. This is a number 4 Umbria liner brush. You can make a nice little squiggles. Nice skinny brush. And some nice grasses peeking through the snow. Isn't it cute? The first one's a little bit thicker. These ones a little bit skinnier. Getting a variety going on here. And I'm going to add another layer of dimensionality to the snow. Grab my brush. Go back and grab some blue again, or even a little bit of this gray I can mix in here. And I'm just going to go back in and add a little bit more on the snow parts. And we can take some gouache and kind of splatter it a little bit to give it some snow falling. which is kind of cute. I think the splattering will be nice to come up here if I feel like it's a little too dark. Just grab some gouache. You might want to put some kind of paper down. I'm going to grab some tracing paper. You don't make a mess of your whole entire area. And I'll just clean up my brush, grab some clean water, water down this gouache a little bit. I always like to slam it on top of another brush or utensil or something. That's a little thick, get a little thinner. Now we got the snow over the shutters and up top. Right? Super cute. Ink and wash. Just giving you some more ideas of fun cards you can make for friends and family. You know, maybe you can actually paint the window of your house, what it looks like. Doesn't it look cute? Super simple, super cute. So I hope you had fun. Hope that you enjoyed it. Just drawing this little window pane, ink and wash. Like I said, Patreon members got the trace that goes with this and the extra of the interior tutorial of the window panes with a little candle. And if you want to be a Patreon member, click the link in the description box below to join. It's where you support me on YouTube, because YouTube you get free content, and Patreon is where you support my YouTube channel, which I really appreciate. And you get all kinds of amazing tutorials there that are not on YouTube and more in depth. So go check it out. All right, guys, thank you so much and have a great day.